Hello everybody, welcome back to the newly reinstated F1 Fursdays. Starting off with open lobbies as usual, before hopefully, if we get enough interest from trusted drivers, heading into some longer races on an invite only basis later. So get yourself into the open lobbies, show that you can drive like a normal person and not a complete idiot. And I will happily add you to the list of people we will invite to the longer races if we get enough interest. Welcome in, Mars. How many hours you got in the new game already? So far, I've got the hours I put in on stream last Wednesday. I'm going to have to start getting some practice in, I think. First three tracks as ever, or I say as ever, we didn't do it last week, but first three tracks moving forward will be the three ranked tracks for this week, which are Silverstone, Spa and Austria. So get your track requests in for tracks after that. One track request per person, please. And we will add them happily. 2 league races at Spain and Bahrain. How did you get on? You getting used to the energy deployment and management and all of that sort of stuff? It's definitely a new thing to learn. I've been watching some videos on how people recommend you go about managing your battery. Just checking if anyone has come online since I sent all my invites out. No, I don't believe so. So it's going to be just you and me, Mars. So I'll expect to be lapped in this first 5-lapper. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely, it adds a dimension to it, not necessarily a bad one. It's you could argue it's not pure racing. Oh, is it? There we go. F1 26. I could have swore me loading the settings in must have changed that. There we go, that's better. Thank you for letting me know on that, Mars. Would have been interesting. Back to the old rules. You noticing much difference on the general handling between this and the previous year's cars? We're starting to get people coming in. Let's put the track map up. Not that anyone should need reminding what Silverstone looks like. Hello, Lucas. Welcome in. Good to have you with us. How are you doing? Hope your week is going well. It's Thursday, Friday Eve, almost at the end of the week. We have 3 cars in now, the lobby. You're good? Glad to hear it, Lucas. Yeah, down to the lifting. Yeah, it will take a bit of getting used to, I think. I think the lower downforce should have an effect on how hard you can actually hit the brakes because, less downforce, less grip. So I was finding I was getting turning oversteer quite a lot. I suspect that's down to the Sim Racing Centre setups. I think they need a bit of tweaking, but give them a chance. The game's been out a week. Certainly, the wing splits are very odd compared to the previous game. So. Be interesting to see how the setups evolve and also how people learn to drive around them. Well, we got 3 cars in. Let's ready up. I do find that the lobby tends to fill up quicker once people actually get in. Do the usual advert before we get in there. I use Sim Racing Centre setups, !SRC in the chat. We'll get you an affiliate link, which helps to support the channel, so please use that if you can. As well as a discount code, which will get you 10% off anything you buy from them. So do check them out. They do setups, track strategies, track guides. They'll do training sessions, and if you're really serious, they'll race engineer you if that is your bag. Okay, we've got 5 people coming in now. 6, 10 seconds to go in the lobby. It's just reset because not enough people are readied up now that there's 6 of us. There we go. The countdown has started again. So yeah, it's an interesting. It'll be interesting to see how, if they reassess the rules based on the rule changes that were made to real F1. They've changed things like the harvest limits and the deploy limits, I believe. They changed them in, what race was that? Was it Miami? So, and they've announced tweaks to the engine battery split for next year and the year after already. Going something like 57% engine next year and then 60% engine the year after that. So they do seem to be listening. Okie dokie. Just a reminder of the Sim Racing Centre setups. Load. So more off throttle. Let's see what that involves. Yeah, okay. Right, well, I'm starting in P1, so with a bit of luck I'll lead into the first corner. I was struggling with my starts last week, but I think I've got them sorted now. My first start was good, and then the next 5 or 6 were awful. It's loud in my ears. Oh, look at me leading the race.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance.
Overtake mode.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past. flag.
Where did he go? Did he spin? Some shenanigans going on behind, I think. Battery depleted.
Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Mars behind me. I don't suppose he'll be staying there long. Okay. Not enough battery left. Close there with Anders at the end. Well done, Mars. Better battery management than me, I think. Blimey, they slowed down a lot after the line. Happy with the P2 there. Was running relatively well most of that race. Remember, ! join in the chat or check out the pinned message. We'll, if you want to get in. Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense. What have we got next? Spa. I don't think I've driven Spa in this game yet. Or with these cars, anyway. Cleanest driver. Woo. Otherwise, a clean sweep for Mars. Well done. Blimey, fastest lap 1.6 seconds quicker than me. Not sure how I stayed in the lead for that long, but anyway, I'll have a replay of that, I think. That was quite nice. So off to Spa we go. Let's bring up the track map. Very nice circuit, this one. Lots of long straights, but also a fair few braking zones. So can't see the battery lasting long down the Kemmel Straight or in Sector 3. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. Don't think we did spar last week, did we? Don't recall. My hands are hurting again. I'm obviously out of shape, not race fit. As if I ever am. Anyone? No one else in that I recognise their names. I don't think we invited Bradders. Let's invite him. Oh, JBG's online. I doubt he will join us. I'm not sure he's got 26 yet. We'll send him an invite anyway. Wonder how he's getting on. He's had an even longer break from the game than I have. Let's turn the game down a bit in my headset. It's a little loud. Cooked by Franoika. Let's fire Lucas. Okay, in we go to Spa. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. Lots of flat out bits. I can see this being an issue with as far as energy goes. Have you driven Spa much, Mars? What are your thoughts as far as energy? Okay, yeah, there's no, the battery stays at 100% in time trial, doesn't it? So there'll be no telling there. Starting P1 again. Let me double check I've got the grid set to random. Can I see the settings? Weekend structure. Starting grid realistic. Okay, I'll change that after this race. Apologies for that. It should be on random. The game is failing to load in my saves correctly. Big jump start by the guy ahead of me. Someone's using all their battery on the first straight. Oh shit. Whoops. Come on, AD.
Okay, so that was a bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this.
Someone pitted. Have I left damage on? Didn't think so, because I hit the wall. as this drive-through, I suppose.
Okay, clear. Caution, caution.
Straight modes are in different places.
Okay, so that's boost mode available if you need it.
Exclamation mark join in the chat. Essentially filter on European lobbies and look for TTV minus 80 Hawkins GH in the lobby list. There's that turning oversteer again.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
I can't do that, sorry, I'm a little bit busy. Exclamation mark join will give you the instructions. Or check the pin message at the top of the chat. I'm not doing it in the chat. If you can't read the message at the top, then I don't know what else I can do to help you.
Okay, so managing the engine is more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
This guy doesn't want to be overtaken, does he? Is this the guy who did the jump start, actually, by about a mile? Look at the message at the top of the chat.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
Oh, you can't change down and turn in, it just won't let you. You just need to look for it in the lobby list. Okay, I don't know what to say. Well, Mr. Jump Starter, he was weaving around a bit, I guess, but... Thank you, Mars. You'll see my name at the top right of the screen once we get into the lobby list. Or it's there in P7. Wow, 1:47.4, the fastest lap. 3 seconds quicker than me. Jesus. I was battling for most of that race, but... I was taking it very easy through the corners, trying to build up battery, but that's obviously not the right way to go here. That's the one. Okay, someone request a track, otherwise Austria will be the last one, and it'll be a very short stream. We've done Silverstone and Spa. So where would you like to go after Austria? If no one says when the countdown starts, I will pick something, and you'll be forced to race one of my favourite tracks. Craggy's in. Familiar name. By the way, if you fancy doing some longer races later, prove yourselves in these open lobbies, unless I know you already, of course. And let me know in the chat you'd be interested. If no one has any complaints about you deliberately taking people out, I don't mind mistakes and the odd, spin, crash, that sort of thing. But if you're deliberately weaving into people down the straights, just take them out, then you're not joining the longer races. Brazil, Mars, we can do that. Don't think I've driven Brazil either. So we're off to Austria next, which looks a little bit like that. Exactly like that, in fact. I really must find some new track maps with the new straight mode locations on. Kidok, stick around long enough, Craggy. If we get 5 or 6 people, I'm happy to do a longer races. So far, there's Yumi and Mars, unless anybody else expresses an interest. If you do find anyone driving questionably in the races, do let me know. I will kick them. Like I say, I don't mind mistakes. I don't mind people being slow. But if you're deliberately taking cars out or weaving down straights to stop yourself from being overtaken, then, you know, that's not fair racing. So you can go. Off we go to Austria. Again, lots of straights and not that many heavy braking zones. A couple, I suppose. Turn 3 and 4, maybe. Perhaps turn 1. I mean, it's down a few gears, 3 gears or so. Again, I don't think... we drove this track in reverse last week, which won't necessarily help. But let's see how things go. Oh, I forgot to change the grid, didn't I? Sorry, everyone. Remind me, please, after this race. It shouldn't be on realistic, it should be on random, but unfortunately the game doesn't always load in the save settings properly. I thought I checked, but obviously I didn't. Oh, we're in P2.
The new power units this year, you'll want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on.
Well, I was there, Professor Quirrell. Couldn't just disappear. Going backwards here. Not sure what you mean, but it's an open lobby.
Overtake mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Yep,
Okay, so that's boost mode available
that's right.
if you need it.
Whoops. Sorry, whoever that was. Mars, I think.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Green flag. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Here comes Mars again. Okay, who was that? Mauro Ferrari was one of them. Was it Shane somebody? Bit messy towards the end there. A couple of people being idiots. I don't know what to say. My sticky car, but lots of other people are. These two having a right old battle. Whoops. All over 13th, well, 12th place. Sorry. Right, need to change the grid.
You are awesome.
Oh, thank you, Zach. Last week he only told me I was awesome when I came last, so that's progress at least. All right, anyone want to add a track after Brazil? Mars has had his choice. Anybody else? You don't have to be racing with us. Anyone in the chat is welcome to make a choice. Cleanest driver and fastest lap, Mars. Nicely done. How was I there? 105.8 compared to a 108.8, so 3 seconds again. I think we can safely say I'm well off the pace with the 2026 cars as well. It's the 2026 season pack, yes. My sticky car. So off to Brazil next. Who wants to choose the track after that? Yeah, I'm not sure, Mars. Play along for now. Where's me water? Right, settings, weekend structure, grid, random. Right, let's save that again. Save is 8. Christ, what button is 8? Yes, there we go. So, who wants to pick a track? Otherwise, I'll have to add one. Mars storming out into an early lead. Right, I'll give you one reset. Otherwise, I will pick the track. If the countdown starts now, I will add a track. So come on, people, get your choices in. Okay. I did warn you. There we go. Added Japan. Show you the Brazil track map. Lots of long straight bits here as well, although plenty of twiddly bits in the middle. It does add a whole extra dimension, something else to think about. Not necessarily a good thing, but you know, a good thing to have to think about. But it is there, and it's in the real racing, so you can't complain too much. Okay, in we go. I'm going to be down the back now, aren't I? Should have left realistic grids on. Nice full lobby anyway. That's something. $22 people, I believe. Starting P12. Whoops. Two people trying to make a baby F1 car there, I think. Whoops. Sorry, Wayne, I think, maybe. Hit up the arse there. What are you doing, Jacko?
All right, let's focus now for the rest of the race. Right, you've got boost mode available now. Use it if you want to.
Right, come on, let's catch him up. Battery management's not too bad here. All through the infield section, you're charging, so
make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance. Green flag.
someone else playing silly beggars behind there, I think.
Okay, final lap. Let's go. Final lap.
Absolutely, Red. You missed it last week. Or you were here, weren't you? It's going to be a regular Thursday night thing, this now, I think. Possibly even Sunday afternoon. Who's got the most battery? Sorry, Red. I was waiting till the new game came out, basically. I was taking a break myself. Quick pup. How dirty. He's up in second, so you generally expect that they were okay. Anybody else, any comments? Dirty in what way, Craggy? Cleanest driver, Jeffy Junks. Otherwise, another clean sweep from Mars, pretty much. 110.5 compared to a 112.5, only 2 seconds down there. Maybe I'm getting better. No. So I added Japan next. Anyone else? Give us a track request, Red Dog, while you're here. We've done Silverstone, Spa, Austria and Brazil. And Japan is next. How am I at Madrid? Well, this will be the second time I've driven it, Red. So I'll leave you to decide. Slow interplay boost games is kind of part of the game, Craggy, but banging wheels and stuff. Give him one more shot. Let me know if anyone else sees. Who was it? Quick Pup. Do you want to do Madrid, Red? Or were you just asking out of interest? Quite a tricky track. I don't know if you've seen it. But of course, where does Madrid come? It's towards the tail end of the season, isn't it? There. Madring. I haven't got a track map for that though, so you'll just have to imagine it. I'll show you Japan for the next race. Everyone knows that. This was quite a decent circuit for battery management, I think. Fair enough, Grady. Keep an eye. As I say, if he keeps doing it, then it would be nice if there was, as well as a kick option, there was a worn option. So you could have a warning pop up on their screen, letting them know that stewards are investigating. But Brazil went relatively well. I was competitive with the other people down the back, I suppose. It's the best I can hope for sometimes. Incoming ad break, but hopefully it should have finished by the time the race starts. No, we're not in Brazil. That was the last race. We're in Japan. Probably a similar setup. We start in P1. I'm assuming it's put it back on random again. Yeah, because we've got an Audi in fourth, so it's not unrealistic anyway. See how long it lasts. Should have had him there on the cutback. Oh, you dickhead. Think that was deliberate? Whoever's in second, keep an eye on Vibin Raj or whatever his name is.
Okay, so managing the engine's more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, and you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking, then use boost on corner exit to get that extra energy deployment.
Well, from me.
Green flag.
Oh, fuck. Power does come in quite suddenly sometimes. Side by side through 130R. Why not? Oh, it was Mars as well.
Okay, so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode.
Mars is typically 2 or 3 seconds quicker a lap than me, so it's not much of a surprise.
Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past.
Our ahead has a penalty, as does the car behind. Oh, you dickhead. Right, he's going. That was deliberate. Haze Hunter or something. Oh, people like that. Why do they bother? Made the mistake, ran off the track, and then just crossed straight over to hit me. Oh, let's have a watch of Vibin Roj and potentially Quick Pup. Vibin Roj, I wasn't sure if he deliberately sideswiped me going into Spoon. Quick Pup has dropped a couple of places, so let's keep an eye on him. In the Williams. Yeah, he's certainly banging wheels. All right, we'll get rid of Hayes Hunter. Unless you want to come into the chat, Hayes Hunter, and make some sort of case as to why driving from one side of the track to the other to smack into me wasn't deliberate. Quick Pup has left. All right, well, that's that decision made for me. How did this guy end up that far behind?
You are awesome.
I retired, Zach. He's easily pleased, I'll give him that. Most overtakes Craggy, fastest lap Mars. 130.8, what was mine? 32.6, so just a couple of seconds. Now then, Madring, this is going to be carnage. This will be my second set of 5 laps on the track. Some very tricky corners as well, really sneak up on you. Have you seen it, Red Dog? Beep. Okie dokie. Off to Madring. As I say, I've got no track map to show you, I'm afraid. We'll need to find one. Bye bye, Hayes Hunter. Haven't scored points for a while. Dropping like a stone. Right, someone pick a track for after Madrid, or I will have to. I think this is the last one I've got queued up. Yes, it is. Who wants to pick? Anybody? I'll give it one reset. And then I will choose. Speak now or forever be forced to drive the track I want to. Okay, I'm sure everybody will be driving it this week. Go on then, Mars, while I'm in here. Be quick though, you've got 20 seconds. What's button 8? That. There you go. I think I got it in time. So we're doing Madrid, then Barcelona, and then Abu Dhabi. Not sure I've driven Abu Dhabi in this car set. Whoops. Come on, everyone ready up. Vibin Rog was questionable as well, wasn't he? He was the guy in Spoon. Madring. It'd be interesting if the grandstands do look like that on that corner. Not sure why you would want to spectate there particularly, but very long banked right-hander. High speed as well. Okay, let's get me Madrid setup loaded for what it's worth. Starting P9, right in the thick of it. Don't think I'll be there for very long. At least there's no damage. This corner really comes up on you out of nowhere. That's just that one. That one nips in as well.
Alright, not the start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused. Okay, clear.
Just trying to remember where the track goes at the moment. They got the braking point way wrong for that last corner, I think. More often going crash bang, but yeah. Hello, Corn.
With the new power units this year, you want to lift and coast more than you might have done before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on.
Hey, thank you for the resub, JBG. Welcome in. How long is that? 20 months. This is Madring, the new circuit. My second race on it.
Overtake mode active. Overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
Yep, deserve that.
Okay, we've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
You'll find out in a minute. It's very easy, actually. Coming up after this left-hander. Oh, you dickhead.
Yellow flag.
That wall sneaks up on you as well.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Might get P10 here.
If you continue to cut corners, the stewards are going to give you a penalty. Be careful.
They just did, Mark. Pay attention. Oh, alright, I might not get P10. Not sure why I deserved a penalty for that collision. Yeah, braking point's way wrong for that corner. P13. Titu Mix. I think he deliberately rammed me at one point. I did tap him up the back, which wasn't deliberate, but then he sideswiped me into the wall, which wasn't nice. So next track is Barcelona and then Abu Dhabi. I can show you track maps for these, so that's something. Had quite a decent start, scored 30 points in the first 2 or 3 races, and I think I'm still on 30 points. So yeah, well done Craggy. Driver of the day, most overtakes. No sign of Mars on there. Where did he end up? Second. 132.0 the fastest lap, 137.0 my fastest lap. Okay, a way to go on this track then. Yes, a little improvement needed. Yeah, if you like that sort of thing. Sadly, I don't. Have you ventured into this this season pack yet, JBG? I saw you were online and playing. I assume playing. You were at least. I don't know whether you have to be in the EA launcher or the game to appear in my online list, but you were there. So I don't know whether you were playing or not. Did you watch Monaco at the weekend? Threw up some interest, but not a lot of racing as usual. Yeah, she said. Well, good luck with that. You're braver than I am. There is the banked corner you mentioned. So let's have a look. Remind myself of tracks. Yep, Catalonia and Abu Dhabi. Anyone got any requests, JBG? Any tracks you fancy? Preferably one we haven't done yet. There is the list we've done. Silverstone, Belgium, Austria, sorry. Yeah, I'm sure, JBG. Silverstone, Belgium, Austria, Brazil, Japan, Madrid we've done. Catalonia and Abu Dhabi to come. Take your pick, JBG. China, okay. There we go. Another one I don't think I've driven in this game yet. Austin, okie doke, con. Spain is the track we're about to do. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Just to prove it. I do need to update my track maps. That's my job for the week. Yep, still on 30 points. I think I was on 30 points after either 2 or 3 races. And we've now done 6 or 7. Mars racing away with Craggy doing his best to keep up. Keeping up the McLaren team honours, if nothing else. Keep an eye on Titu Mix, if you would, for me. Gave me a bit of a side swipe. I'll let him off because I tapped him up the back just before, so it could have been annoyance at that. It's no excuse, but we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. In we go, get the setup loaded. Starting P3. Sam the man has left the session. Oh, Sam, what did we say? And did he? Or didn't he? Oh great, Titu Mix alongside me on the grid. And hit me already, thank you. Yeah, the flag's behind somewhere.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost on the next long straight to get your way past.
If only I had some battery, Mark.
Okay, clear.
Oh, what a dick, whoever that was.
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going full throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance.
Oh great, Titu Mix up ahead. Well, I guess we'll find out if he deliberately rammed me, if I keep catching him at this rate. Going wide. Whoa.
Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. Okay mate, final lap, keep your concentration.
Final lap,
and let's bring it
2.5 seconds behind and growing. Turning oversteer if you just attack the corner too much. Keeps catching me out. P9 finally got some more points. I think it may have been Titu Mix that took me out in the middle of the race there, but hey ho. My awesome, Zach. I'm driving in the middle of a Ferrari. Does that count? You can do your best, Luna. Well done, Mars. Wins the race. 1:14.5 against my 1:17.2. So yeah, consistently between 2 and 3 seconds slower than Mars. So where are we off to next? Was it China next? Oh no, Abu Dhabi, wasn't it? That's right. Which one's Abu Dhabi? That one. The one whose flag I don't recognise, so I've actually labelled it with its name. How's this going to go? 2 huge long straights. Sector 3, it's going to charge it up, but you're probably going to be all out of battery by you get to the time you get to middle of Sector 2, if not the beginning of it. Yeah, I'm on, people. It looks like there's loads of room for you, Luna. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Only 11 people showing up in that list. What are your thoughts on the game so far? Have you had much chance to play it? This is only my second session. So Mars, Craggy, me, and Luna if he joins. So that's only 4 people. Incoming ad break, but hopefully it'll be timed nicely for the time in between the races. See if there's anybody I haven't invited. It's still showing you online, JBG. Not sure whether you've just got the launcher running. Fair enough, Mars. If you tell me what the name was. I don't think I saw you. Whoops, wrong button. I don't think I saw you in there. You bring it up, shout if you spot yourself. Ah, there you go. Okay, ad break is running. No worries, Oscar. So me, Mars is off. So me, Craggy, and Luna. That'd be it. No other names I recognise. So yeah, I don't think we'll be doing any longer races this evening. We got this one, then China, and then Texas. So a few tracks lined up. Nice little dancing dinosaur there, Luna. I did show you this. Oh, I did show you the track map for a bit. There you go. There it is again. So from turn 12 to the end of the lap, you're probably going to be charging your battery. But everywhere else, and a bit in the chicane and the hairpin, but everywhere else is going to be discharge, suspect. $30 to go for some reason. 2 people taking a long time to ready up. Starting P4. Off we go. Devil hit you, you're a dickhead.
Okay, the start was fine. Let's try and move forward.
The battery's not too bad, actually. Oops. Sorry, that was my fault. What happened there, Oscar? Oh.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Green flag.
Right, Danny Dog's going. I overheated my tyres.
You need to give that place back, I'm afraid. That was an illegal overtake. Yellow flag. Someone's come off ahead of you. There's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, clear.
Oh, just can't do that corner. Trying to downshift too quickly.
Okay, mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode.
I get the impression Oscar wants a race with me, but I can't even keep up with him when he's trying to slow down to let me catch up.
Final lap of the race. Final lap.
That's better. Till I tried to come out of the corner, that is.
Caution, caution.
Whoops. Sorry, Oscar. Shit.
Green flag.
Nicely done, Oscar. Sorry, I couldn't give you a race. Am I awesome, Zach? No? Oh, okay. Sounded like Zach was going to say something. Yeah, agreed, Mars. Thank you for joining us. Sleep well. Hopefully we'll see you again next week. $125 against my 125.2, 127.2. Only a couple of seconds. Not terrible. Half of the course. Oh, Danny left before I could kick him. That's a shame. So where are we off to next? China, I think. This is going to be an interesting one. Yeah, apologies for, was it coming out of the chicane I sideswiped you? I tried to get the power down and just went sideways. Completely my own fault. Apologies for that. Oh, I'm back in second place again. Yeah, exactly that. It was the first time I've driven that track, I think, with the new cars, Oscar. So, yeah. So I think China and then Austin we've got, haven't we? Yep. Can't see that. I don't know why I was commenting on it. I think they're going to have to do an update for Madring, if nothing else. One of the corners there, I think it's turns 3 and 4. The track limits are just way out. I've seen a video of a guy going through there at like 250 kph when they don't reckon the F1 cars are going to be able to do 150. So basically just straight line the thing, cutting both curbs. What are we doing for time? 20 past 9. I'm definitely not race fit. I can feel my hands are starting to hurt and my shoulders. It's been so long since I played this game. I have to dial down the force feedback for a bit. Still no names I recognise. Craggy and Oscar, obviously. Yeah, possibly. We drove, I think it was Singapore last week, where it was almost impossible to deplete the battery. Alec Gillen did a video about battery management. His current strategy, which is one he's not sure he's going to stick with, but he drives on boost mode all the time, and then uses the throttle to decide whether he's charging or discharging the battery. Where are we? China. Starting P6. He reckons it gives him sort of instant throttle response, both on and off throttle, rather than the big rush of extra power when you start deploying, or the complete lack of it when you start harvesting. Well, that crowd's loud. Uh.
Okay, now stay alert for threats around you. Okay, clear. mode active, overtake active. You've got more power now from the hybrid system. Use boost on the next long straight to get past.
I'll get past, I'm 2 seconds behind Mark.
I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate.
I've caught this guy by a second or so on this lap. See if I can convert it.
Watch out for understeer in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as quickly as you can. Push, push. Gap to your teammate ahead, 4.9 seconds. Green flag.
The guy in front of me's had an off, close to within 2.5 seconds.
Okay, mate, so just a quick reminder, you'll get access to the extra power when you're within a second of the car ahead with overtake mode. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap. Okay, gap ahead, 2.1 seconds.
It's this section here I'm just not getting right.
Yellow flag.
Yes! You're a legend. That one was for you, mate.
Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flag.
P8. Only a couple of seconds behind P7. Not that bad a performance, yeah. It's just that tight left followed by the long right-hander onto the back straight that I was struggling with there. Thank you, Zach. I feel like I drove a lot better on that circuit. Be interesting to see where the lap time was, or wasn't. Well done, Craggy. Most overtakes and cleanest driver. 1:34.7, and I did a 1:35.4, so only 7/10 behind the fastest lap there. Blimey. Almost competitive. If only I could keep it in a straight line. Okay, so we got Austin lined up. Anyone want to pick another track? Oscar, have you picked a track yet? May as well carry on going for a little bit. I think that is Texas. Yes, it is. Sorry, we have. You didn't. There is the tracks we've done. Silverstone, Spa, Austria, Brazil, Japan, Madrid, Catalonia, Abu Dhabi, China, and we're about to do Texas. Spa was our second track, it being one of the ranked circuits for this week. Slightly annoyingly, you can't do ranked in the F126 cars, I believe, which seems a bit of a shame. But if you want to pick any other track, Oscar, you're more than welcome. Again, another one I haven't driven in with the new cars. Let's put the track map back up. Ooh, we're losing people left and right, down to 9 people. Top 3 are all names I know, which is nice. Craggy in the lead, 108 points. Myself on 36. Oscar catching up quickly to me on 25. That was with a win in that race, wasn't it? Few people joining in. Up to 10 now. If you do want to join, you're more than welcome. !join in the chat. We'll give you the basic instructions you're after. Essentially filter on European lobbies and look for TTV minus 80 Hawkins GH as the lobby host. Next track is Texas, which will narrow it down a bit. Yeah, I'm on people already up to 12 of us now. Okay, building up slowly, now 14. Yes, essentially got completely hacked up with the game, so announced that at the end of last season that would be him done with F1. And he basically asked for somebody else to take it over, and Berkey and Kilser have stepped up. No sign of it getting going again yet. The Discord server's been understandably very quiet. I imagine they'll give F126 a few weeks just for people to bed in and get used to it. Potentially a first patch to come out. I don't know if there are any plans for one yet. and then maybe get going again. Sadly, I don't think we're going to get back to the peak of season 2 and 3 where we had 2 tiers running in SDRL. They were my best seasons, I think, when I was running in gold. I was almost competitive as opposed to being nowhere near competitive when I was in diamond. We are starting P10 at Texas. Yeah, it'd be a very different looking BKRL, I suspect, if and when it does get going again. Whoops. Well, that wasn't my finest start, was it? Sorry, just Artemis.
Focus now for the rest of the race.
Still finding it hard to get used to the fact that they inhibit the downshifts now. You go for a downshift with the revs too high, it just says nope. Which I thought it did in the previous game, but obviously not, because it's catching me out a lot more.
Okay, overtake enabled, overtake enabled. Okay, clear.
Sure what was going on there between Levi and Seb. Still going on.
Okay, so overtake is active. Overtake mode active. You're going to get more power from the hybrid system. You know how it works. Just use boost.
How is that not a
next
track
long
limits
straight
warning?
to get your way past.
that didn't go well.
Okay, so managing the engine's more important than ever. Your main way to recharge will be lifting and coasting, but you don't always need to go full throttle. Try some lift and coast before braking or exit to get that extra energy deployment.
A couple of guys with penalties ahead. Let's see if I can catch them.
Caution, caution. Okay, gap to the car in front, 2.6 seconds. Okay, the incident's been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Come on.
Oh, AD, come on.
Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Might get me 11th place back.
Okay, so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode.
Won't get me 11th place back. And especially not doing that. Oh dear, oh, it did get me 11th place back. Yeah, I think my battery management's not too bad now. It's just my driving ability. Alright, let's have a look at times. That was pretty woeful, actually. Well done, Craggy. Race winner, fastest lap and cleanest driver. 135.0, 137.1. Okay, so only a couple of seconds again. That does seem to be about my gap. Ads incoming. Apologies. Mostly it was corn. It's just quite often it was facing in the wrong direction. That's probably another criteria you should add to that advice. Pointing in the way you're supposed to be going. Otherwise, you've got it bang on. Okay, I think, was it Mexico next? Which is the last track we got lined up. Anyone want to request another? Yes, Mexico is currently the final. Yeah, trouble is there's only 3 reverse tracks and I've been practicing all of them in the wrong direction. So I'm not sure that necessarily works. Pick another track, Corn, while you're being helpful. The ones we have done are Silverstone, Belgium, Austria, Brazil, Japan, Madrid, Catalonia, Abu Dhabi, China, Texas, and we're about to do Mexico. Possibly, but yeah. I've got a track in mind if you can't think of one, Corn. If the timer starts without Corn suggesting one, or anyone else, then I will add a track. And I'm not going to tell you what it is, so it'll be a surprise until the end of this race. Another track with a huge straight, 2 longish straights actually, but then all the twisty bits in the middle. Okay, no request from Corn, so I will add that. Still on 36 points, which, as I say, considering I think I was on 30 after either 2 or 3 races, I haven't progressed much, have I? Lots of people joining in, so that's nice. Up to 17 cars now. Phenomenal Roger is driving for Mercedes. Well, I hope you can live up to your name, Roger. We'll give a plug for Sim Racing Centre setups. Again, I am driving with Sim Racing setups. They had them available on launch day. Currently only one setup per track as they get to grips with the new handling model and the way the cars drive. They do update them very frequently, so definitely well recommended. Don't read too much into how I drive them, basing that on how good they are, because I'm rubbish. Anyone who can actually drive using their setups would be pretty good. Exclamation mark SRC in the chat will get you an affiliate link, which helps to support the channel. Please use it if you can, as well as a discount code that gets you 10% off anything you buy from them, whether that be setups, strategies, training sessions, or even race engineering. Go for it. We are starting P6, car setup, load Mexico. There we go. F1 2025 2026 season edition. Oh, it's not a season pack, it's a season edition. I've been calling it a season pack. Wouldn't really call them a sponsor. Sorry, Craigie. And Oscar. Geez, I've hit both the people I know. Oh, sorry, Craigie. Tried to keep away from you. I got a track limit warning for it.
Okay, not a great start, but let's get back on track.
Oh, Seb, that was a bit of a dive, wasn't it?
Okay, clear. Okay,
Oh, you
we've been
bastard.
given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done.
Right ahead of me's got same penalty.
Okay, so overtake mode active. We'll get some extra power from the hybrid system now. Use boost on the next long straight to get past. Right, a gap to the teammate ahead of us. 6.9 seconds.
Fucked that up, didn't I?
so remember, when you get within a second, you'll get access to extra power from the hybrid system in overtake mode. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. Green flag.
Oh. Oh shit. Activated boost too early. I thought I lost me points there. I ended up 9th somehow. Phenomenal Roger with lots of penalties. Not so phenomenal after all.
We love you.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you for an awesome year.
No worries. It's been emotional. Bit of a roller coaster. Lots of craggies. Just not the cleanest. 17.2 and I did a 19.2, so we're still in that, that 2-second gap. At least I'm fairly consistent. Consistently poor. Right, it's coming up to 10 o'clock. We'll do the track I just put in and then we'll finish with our usual. First time ever in this game. Full wet Monaco, sim damage, no ghosting. Sort the men out from the boys. Yeah, battery wasn't as bad as I thought it might be there. Plenty of places to recharge. Perhaps I was just going too slowly through them, which was why I was recharging so much. But yeah, having a nice little battle with Matskeyas Kill. Should have had him, but just screwed it up a couple of times towards the end. Had him down the straight and then outbraked myself going into the first corner, which was not ideal. You live and learn. Okay, so you know what the next track is. It is the Netherlands. There we go. Shouldn't be too much of an issue with energy here. Lots of, sort of half throttle and slow corners. So it should be pretty good. Let's add in Monaco as the final track, just so I don't forget. Need to remember to put it onto full wet, sim damage, no ghosting. Join in if you think you can manage it. So Craggy has the championship in his hands. Oscar's pretty much nailed on for second, unless I have a storming last couple of races, which is unlikely to happen. 13 points more than Oscar in 2 races. It would need him not to finish both of them, really, or at least not score points. And for me to score quite a lot of points for me. I can keep my 3rd place from Abdi. That's another 13-point gap. That would be nice. Absolutely. Not deliberately. The idea is not to kill everybody. It's to try and make it to the end of the race. But as it is full wet with sim damage and no ghosting, finishing will be an achievement in itself. Phenomenal Roger still appears to be with us. That's good. I finished off GTA 5, by the way, on last night. Did as much of the little side missions and sports and things that I could be bothered with. So there will be a new game on Friday evening. I bought and installed it today. I'm not going to spoil the surprise. But it's one I am quite looking forward to playing. Starting P3. Turn 1 is always interesting here. I wonder if they've modelled the Ferraris if you run with realistic car performance. Have they modelled the Ferraris lightning starts? It'd be interesting to try, wouldn't it? Oh, Abdi, thank you. Oh, fuck's sake.
Okay, so that was a bad start, but don't overreact. We can salvage this.
Well, this is fun.
Yellow flag. Okay, be aware there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Okay, clear.
Oh, give me some room.
With the new power units this year, you want to lift and coast.
Oh,
forward
for
in the
God's
right
sake.
before. And sometimes the fastest way around a track is not always going full throttle. Combine lift and coast into braking with boosting out of corners and see how you get on.
Weaving much, MCO?
Right, you've been pushing your luck on track limits too much and we've been given a 3-second penalty. Green flag. Caution, caution. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. Someone's come off ahead of you, there's a yellow flag ahead. Okay, final lap, let's go, final lap.
Come on.
You have to remember these days, there's no guarantee they're going to last forever. Enjoy them as long as they last. I love you guys.
Okay, clear.
Yeah. That wasn't much fun. Three-second penalty for doing something in the pit lane. Speeding, was it? Alright, so I'm not getting second place then, am I? 111.4 and I did a 1:13.9, 2.5 seconds. I was battling the whole race there. Okay, this will be the last one of the evening. Full wet Monaco with sim damage and no ghosting. See if you can make it to the end. Be the first time I've driven these cars in the wet. First time I've driven Monaco. No, actually, we did Monaco, didn't we? Didn't we do Monaco last week? I think we did. Come on, people, press your buttons. Right, let's get the settings loaded. I don't think it does. I think they're based on the very early season cars in the season. So let's check. Track select. Let's get rid of all them just in case it makes us start again. It looks like it's going to Monaco. Weekend structure. Very short, random grid. Very wet. Realistic start time, please. Oh, have I? All right, it's I'll sort that out. Car category F126. There we go. Right. I think it has trouble loading F125 settings into the F126 cars. Oh, no, we don't want realistic starting grid. Very wet, realistic start time, perfect forecast. Manual restart, sim damage, collisions on, offer griefing is disabled. Right, let's save them again. Save. Okay. Good luck, everyone. Remember, it's not a demolition derby. The idea is not to crash into as many people as you possibly can. The idea is to make it to the end and, you know, cleanly, make it a proper race and see how long you can last. We have 16 people in. Let's bring up the track map. No straight mode in Monaco, interestingly. They didn't even bother putting in... It always had a token DRS zone on the start-finish straight. That doesn't look full wet. I hope that image is not an indication. Phenomenal Roger is still with us. I would quite like to start right at the back here, but either that or right at the front. I don't suppose battery management is much of an issue here. You could probably run on boost mode all the time, couldn't you? In the dry. Is boost and overtake mode available in the wet? I wonder. And even straight mode. I seem to remember them saying that straight mode in the wet was disabled. Can't remember. The only wettish race we've had was there was Miami. They moved because it was supposed to thunder. Sim damage, Craggy. And no ghosting as well. I'm starting P9, so right in all the carnage. If I get through turn 1, I will be incredibly surprised. Making it up the hill on the first lap is an achievement in this race. If someone spins out in front of you, basically you're crashing into them and wiping your car out. So be aware. Yeah, there you go.
Don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look.
Someone didn't move off the grid, thinking there was no ghosting.
Copy.
I'm amazed I've still got 4 wheels. We have no boost. That suggests boost mode is disabled in the wet.
Okay, you've taken damage to the side pods. Expect to feel a little bit more drag than normal. Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Which is me pit lane limiter button. Late turning, damn.
Okay, mate, that's it. Go, go, go. Your late turning meant we had a slower than planned pit stop, I'm afraid.
Do I look bothered?
Okay, so with the new power units, make sure you're lifting and coasting before corners, and consider not always going
Shut up,
full
Mark.
throttle. Try combining lift and coast into braking with boost out of corners and see if you can find a good balance. Caution, caution.
Not sure if people ghost when they're completely retired. But
Green flag.
yeah, I think that would be preferable than this at the moment. Someone's on the inters. I wonder are they better in the wet? Like they were in the 25 cars. P10. Woohoo! Of 10, obviously.
Remember to adjust your ERS mode and your MFD if you need to.
Shut up, Mark. .128.4 for Oscar. 140 is my fastest lap so far.
Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 20.5 seconds.
P9. Leader's on his last lap already.
Okay, you've taken damage to the side pods. Expect
Yeah,
to
I
feel
know.
a little bit more drag than normal. Final lap, final lap. Push, push.
Sort of getting into a bit of a rhythm. Knocking my lap times down. I think that was a 131, yeah. Phenomenal Rogers out, as is Brewer Ethan Cole. Should put me P7, I think. Out of 7, obviously. But well, apart from the fracas in the first 50 yards where half the grid didn't move and I took all my damage, I think all of my damage was in down the finish straight on the first lap. I did have trouble up at the top of the hill on that tight right-hander after Casino. Well done, Oscar. Fastest lap, driver of the day, cleanest driver. 128.4, his fastest lap. Mine was a 131.3, so nearly 3 seconds. Yeah. Okie doke. So there we are. That was F1 25 2026 season edition pack DLC add-on thing. Might do this again Sunday afternoon. I'm not sure. There is a Grand Prix Sunday, so I may skip the stream. I'm more interested in seeing and not finding out the result of Barcelona than I am at Monaco, because largely, alright, this year was a bit different with all the penalties, but largely you can cut and paste the qualifying results with the race results at Monaco. So we'll see what happens Sunday afternoon. Mrs. H is on her way back with Chopsy's car this weekend. So yeah. All right, well, thank you all for your company. I hope you all enjoyed that. Whoops, that's the wrong button. That's the one I wanted. As I say, I will be back tomorrow evening from around 8:30, playing the new game, the new story-based game, which I won't tell you what it is, because it'll be a surprise. So, as ever, thank you all for your company. Do consider joining the Discord server and follow me on Twitter. All the stuff. There we go. There is all the links. I try and announce streams on Twitter and in the Discord server. Discord server is pretty quiet, so if you join, you're not going to get inundated with stuff, believe me. Thank you. Same to you, Oscar. So yeah. I'm not sure why it's taking so long posting all those messages through. Yes, anyway, thank you all for your company. Hope you have a good rest of your week. Enjoy your weekend, and I will see you hopefully tomorrow night. Take care. Bye for now.